you know, as a Bible-believing Christian, all you have to do is read the book of Revelation, the book of Daniel, Isaiah, Ezekiel, from the prophets to understand what would be in there. But I made it a habit, Alex, to pray and seek God. And look, here's the thing. We're watching the foundations of this country. They're destroyed. What it says is, what can the righteous do? And that's what your frustration, my frustration, and all of our frustration is what can we do? When the wicked rule, the righteous mourn. That's the spirit of heaviness. George Norrie asked me that. He said, man, there's this feeling. You may have listened to it if you didn't, but I was on the other night, and I said, look, there's a spirit of heaviness.
No, I feel it every day. It is incredibly heavy to know this.
Yeah. So,
and then you don't want to admit it to yourself, but you know you've got to be honest about it.
Right, and there's too much dishonesty. Listen, let's make it easy. The Bible declares that pretty much a third of the population is going to be destroyed. You do the math, it's about half the population. We talk about the Georgia Guidestones. We can quote Prince Philip Cousteau. We can quote all of the old guys that are dead now, what they want to do, Soros' plan and everything. Ask yourself this, who protects George Soros? Here's what I'm praying. I think this could make a difference. I'm praying that the war that's gone on in Russia, whether they're going to release everything they know about Hillary and Obama, at least they would have presented the truth. And I think the world, once Russia were to do that, and by the way, Alex, they've openly talked about that. Remember? Will Russia release all of the, formerly KGB files now?
That's right, because a whole bunch of foreign governments have all of Hillary's emails. They have them. Why haven't they released them?
Well, they won't release them yet because
Trump has even come out and said, Russia, please release them.
Right. And, well, here's the deal. There will come a point, that may be a signal marker, too. It behooves the Russians to cover the traitors that have sold us out to them. But when the Russians find out that the traitors have sold them out to the New World Order, and Putin's got a long memory. Now, look, I'm not a Russophile. But what I'm saying
the Russians have a lot of corruption. They've infiltrated our government. Hillary's involved. Exactly. That's why they're so freaked out. Hillary, we've given you hundreds of millions of dollars that we know of, probably billions. You sold your country out to us partially. Why are you starting a war with us? That's why they're so freaked out, because she's a mad dog.
I think the answer is a house divided can't stand. Listen, it's a matter of double cross, quadruple cross, and octocross, okay? In other words, everybody is going to fight for their power.
Everyone's so Machiavelli that they lose the narrative and then just are actually mental midgets because they don't just have honor and do the right thing.
But look, you can go on the front page of Matt Drudge's website, Drudge Report, and look at how many weird people are coming. The demons are loose. That's why Tom Horn and I write about Stargates. That's why, and Alex, you're selling the DVD, The Unholy Sea. That people have got to get that. It's like a roadmap. You just went through a litany of stuff I've been right about,
Sure, well, here's the deal. Even if you're not right about everything or I'm not right about everything, the elite believe what you're saying. They're just on the other side. They are. We're living in a science fiction movie.
I'll just say this. I did that whole thing, too, about 15 years ago, and mind control is real. Sexual predators are real. You look at who Bill Clinton hung out with, Epstein. You look at all this stuff. But here, that's not – can I tell you something? It's not that it's old news, but we're talking right now, and this isn't a rebuke. It's just a restatement of facts. We're talking about World War III fulfilling the globalist determined plan to take the population of the world down to 500 million. Now,
and by the way, that sounds crazy, but our top generals and their top generals are saying we're on the verge of World War III, the worst ever, no-fly zones, threatening each other, Congress saying attack the Russians, and then the average American just has no idea this is going on.
Yeah, and I'm getting emails to that. Well, you guys are just trying blah, blah, blah. Alex, when someone has spent the years you've spent, I've spent, and others have spent, the bottom line is that you do 9, 10, 12,000 hours, however many you've done, way more than I have. But when you spend, in my case, almost half my life at this, and the idea that we're not, being up and up, people will deny it. Look, I'm sorry, but the only thing that will wake them up is something that's so catastrophic, so off their radar. Look, I know about Deutsche Bank. I live in that world of finance and what's going on. And I've interviewed...
Sure, I know, but it's not bad. I mean, they're on the call. They bring up the issue. I think it's fine he did, but here's an example. Bill Clinton has settled sexual assault cases. I've interviewed 3 women that say he raped them, including one that had a witness that came in 2 minutes after with her bloody in the hotel room. And, you know, I've got people out all over the country saying Bill Clinton's a rapist with my name on it. So I get the fact I'd have Kathy O'Brien on because I can't prove it one way or the other. Bill Clinton is a rapist, Trump supporter, crashes Tim Kaine rally. So, you know, we're doing as much as we can. Absolutely. I just cannot go off stuff that is not documented. You know, I've got to go off him settling a rape case, an assault case. Then I can come out and say, you know, he settles rape cases and accuse him of being a rapist. I know this, Steve, he's certainly raping the Constitution.
Well, the Constitution doesn't mean anything. When George Bush Jr. took the name of the Lord in vain and says just a blank, blank, blank
piece of paper,
and now you come out and see, hey, Alex, when you were talking about the Bush dynasty, the Clinton crime family, and now we get, you know, them all admitting, including the daughters, are voting for Hillary, well, you know, what does that say? It means we have been under the rule and reign of terror of dynastic families.
That's right, and this family's, the Clintons and the Bushes, the vacation together, whatever they're really doing at Bohemian Grove or whatever, it's all coming down, and they know it, and they're scared, and they're kind of threatening the world with World War III. As the general said, you're not leaving Russia, you're not leaving UK, you're not leaving countries in Europe, America, you're not leaving. He's admitting he works for the New World Order.
Absolutely, and where we're at right now is you can deny or you can prepare, okay? You can assault those who are trying to give you the message, or you can maybe take it to prayer, and you can make it a matter of put scales before your eyes. Are you, Alex Jones and me, Steve Quayle, giving enough evidence to tell people they better look beyond the obvious, because it's the power brokers and their lapdog vomit brokers, that's the mainstream media, that are preparing a meal for you that will turn out to be you're the meal. They don't get it. It's like the Morlocks and the Eloi of the time machine. Well, I think, Alex, we're right on the countdown. Look, these people, let me say this, the power that's been stolen in this country from the people to destroy the people will never be given back to the people outside of a miraculous intervention of God. And people, like the previous caller said, manning up, standing up. And by the way, I salute all the women out there who are prayer warriors and are activists. Never in my life have I seen the male species, outside of the people.
Well, I mean, the sperm's down 90+%. We're getting hit with chemicals. They admit it.
Well, yeah, they used to talk about a sperm count. Now, basically, they have to talk about invisible sperm.